All right, it's the rundown. It's brought to you by Rhone Apparel. It's performance, lifestyle, premium gear. Whether you're working out, whether you're lounging, whether you wear it on your commute, you want to wear it on the plane. If you can dress down casual at your office, we all wear it here. It's an absolute necessity if you're on the go or just like being comfortable and looking stylish. They got the premier men's clothing brand right now. You can get 20% off your purchase when you go to rhone.com/rundown. It's RHONE.com/rundown. 20% off. No matter what your style is, Rhone is the way to go.
How hasn't Rhone just bought Rhone?
I know.
Like Rhone has to change his Twitter handle to
Well,
RH. Like buy the whole thing. Buy Adam Ferrone.
Yeah.
Just
That's
sponsor
where
this.
the
motherfucker.
Yes,
all
just
the
buy.
time.
No, literally buy him.
I mean,
He becomes Rhone.
How much would you pay for Rhone?
Couple mil? Like if
Yeah,
I
yeah.
actually owned all of him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
it would have to be a year. Like I'm not saying you'd own him forever.
Like a
for
2-year deal?
2-year deal?
Maybe
yeah,
an
a few
opt-in?
mil.
Like a team option?
Yeah.
I think Rhone would appreciate that.
I mean, I'm being honest. He's a fucking talented guy.
I can see Rhone being a
He
bad
could push-
negotiator.
He
I
can
bet
push
you. I
product.
bet you could get Rhone for like $200,000, and he'd be like, "Ah, shit, man, I thought it was a good deal."
You gotta give him unlimited vacation time though.
Well, if I'm negotiating for him,
All right, we start off with the All-Star game last night. I tuned in for like I forgot it was on. To be honest,
Stinker.
and then
I
tuned
turned it
in.
off I
put it-
watched it from the get-go. I turned it off in the 7th.
I probably did the opposite. I probably tuned in around like the 5th, and I saw it was like 1-0 or 2-0. I was like, "What the fuck?"
It's
what happened to
actually-
the
it was-
overs?
it was
two
so
idiots yesterday were
perfect.
saying hammer the overs.
dude, it was so close. They had
did it?
bases loaded. Yeah,
Oh,
they were.
well, all right.
I mean,
what
it
was the
should have
over-under?
happened. It was missed by a run, and it was like right there.
I thought it was higher than that.
No. But the best analogy I had for last night's All-Star game was when you like have a great weekend with your friends, you go out, like maybe the pregame's great, you go to a bar, everything fucking hits, maybe bring some chicks back, whatever it may be, and the next weekend you try to run it back, and it's like,
Doesn't
this
work.
kind of sucks.
Yep.
The awesome weekend was the home run derby, and then we tried to run it back, and we're like, this isn't
Did
fun.
not work.
Like, this
No.
is kind of shitty.
I mean, when you see fucking, what was it, Shane Bieber was the
it's like,
MVP
what-
because he like struck
went
out
like-
the side in the 5th. It was
he
like,
had
what?
What's going on right now?
I mean, that was
I
just
think
the
that's some
hometown.
home cooking,
Yeah,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. But I mean, when there's nobody else to even like, you want to give it to the hometown guy, but this other dude hit 2 home runs. You got to give it to him. When there's nothing else in the All-Star game except
And-
for you struck
I mean,
out the side.
striking on the side it's actually crazy.
I guess as a pitcher, you get that basically like 1 inning.
But
and
what
if you
was
dominated
Pedro
it,
only did 2, right? Pedro's like
was,
iconic.
famous one.
Yeah, I think that was just.
DeGrom
I
did
was
the
originally
same
thinking
thing.
it was 3 innings.
DeGrom's
just
first
2.
All-Star game, he blew everybody away, and that was like a moment. So I guess you're right. But I mean, it was just like Shane Bieber.
It's just classic
Yeah.
MLB.
If you're not the most famous person in your last name, you can't be All-Star MVP.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like,
it's like the
come on,
Biebs.
man.
What?
MLB and Shane Bieber, like that's.
Yeah,
I know that my brain is small, but that is a Vine star. Like he should just be living in LA
Yep,
and
yep.
hanging
You're
out.
on
with
YouTube.
Check him
Logan
out on
and Jake
Starting 9
Paul.
today, by the way.
Yeah. But the MLB is just so classic that I know people didn't like that it decided home advantage for the World Series, but at least it meant something.
Yeah,
At least there was a reason to tune in.
Dude, that only pisses you off when you're like an American League team and you don't have home field advantage. Like you're like, why the fuck does it decide that? But
Right.
it's better to have it decide something to mean something.
Right, and so
People are so like just people as a whole are so goddamn fickle.
We just go back and
All we
forth
did
all
was
the
bitch
time.
about the.
I
this
didn't.
is
I don't
nothing.
think I did. I don't think I did, but maybe I did. But I honestly, I feel like it has to mean something because this is what we see every single year. This conversation happens. Why doesn't MLB have more stars? Because
You know what they
baseball
should
is a
do?
regional
Oh,
sport.
wait. Speaking of that, did you see that fucking commercial to start the show?
With what?
The Mike Trout commercial. It was a parody. It was what like an SNL writer would write to make fun of baseball and Mike Trout. And like,
Oh, really?
And the thing is, I don't even know why I hate it. My eyes almost rolled out of my head watching it. It's like, I just like my mom, my
Like,
dad,
I'm not a superstar,
my
I don't wanna be one.
hometown. I love this
Honestly-
guy. There's a picture of him and his dad. He's like, I just want to play. I don't care if you like. I don't care if I'm interesting. I just want to play baseball.
They should not let him make those things.
The
Like, he
MLB,
should- that
no,
shouldn't
the
be
MLB logo.
that
And I
shouldn't-
actually think he has become interesting
Right.
because
through
it's
the
Kawhi.
debate of whether
it's
or
like
not
Kawhi
interesting.
Leonard. We talk about him all the time and how he's a
But
robot.
Kawhi's
It's like,
at least Kawhi has at least funny moments and like vines where it's just like
Yeah.
it's something to talk
Trout you
about.
just don't even see.
Trout, it's and I'll
hits
tell you
home
what, I've probably seen in my lifetime live.
Like 5 Mike Trout.
I just say 30, just like
I mean, honestly, it's
Yeah, they
probably
need to
still
go.
good.
I don't think I've seen the guy get a hit.
Yeah.
Like, you went 0 for 2 last night.
Live.
I don't
Yeah.
know if I've seen a live Mike Trout hit in my life.
My guy Pete
Baseball-
Alonso was
That's
knocking him in last
partly
night.
my fault because I don't stay up to watch like Angels fucking Athletics
No,
West
but that's
Coast
also
game.
the point is that he is on the West Coast, and that's where you. I mean,
You could
it's the perfect
fix
storm.
baseball in 2 easy measures. One, allow or no suspensions whatsoever for bench clearing, fights, anything like that. If you punch someone, you get to play the next day. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. 2,
Let him do steroids.
ban the shift. That's it. The shift does suck.
The
I know
shit
that we
sucks,
all
but also
complain
it's
about
one of
it,
those
but
things
like
where it's like just fucking I always whenever someone brings up the shift, I always bring up when George Brett was in the office and dropped one of the best lines ever. If they did put a shift on me, I'd hit 600. So I just go
Yes.
the opposite field because I can.
right,
It's a
right.
fucking monster.
I know,
line.
but dude,
Monster
hitters just
line.
don't do that anymore, and it becomes the like. I actually do believe in the fact that everyone with the launch angle and trying to hit home runs, it's home run, strikeout, walk. That doesn't make for the best product when you're trying to watch action. You know what I mean?
agree. I mean, I
action,
think
you
the juice
need
balls is getting
you need
stupid,
singles,
yeah.
doubles, guys running, all that
Rallies,
stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if you did both those things, I honestly think baseball would be a million times better, and maybe even give guys a little extra money if they win a fight. Really try to make it a fight.
Just turn it into like UFC.
Seriously though, that's
I
when
mean,
it's
like,
awesome.
like in the
Like,
fifth inning,
fighting-
there's
You
just a
need
fight on the mound.
feuds.
I
You
mean,
need
well,
feuds.
What
Not
if,
so
what if
much
every
anymore,
if
but-
the fifth inning of every game there was just a sanctioned fight on the mound?
You just get to call
It's like, all right,
someone
it's the
out.
top of the
gotta have-
fifth. Let's
yeah.
have these two guys
You
square
gotta have
off.
the if you knew it was coming, if you
gotta be
know a
the-
fight's coming, like meet me outside the playground at 2:30.
Okay, how about this?
That fight's
How
not
about
as exciting
this?
as I'm punching
you,
your face right now.
You have to bean 2 players a game.
No, you have to.
Someone's getting hit,
Yeah,
and if you want to charge the mound, you can.
fucking-
The opportunity will be there
you
every
have to
game.
I don't
intentionally
care.
being 3 players in a series.
Yeah, there
so
you go.
it's like you don't know when the fight's
Right.
gonna happen.
I
in
might
a
use
given
all 3 in a
series.
game. I
Now
might
you
use
gotta
3 in a
watch the
row.
whole series, right?
If I had a Bryce Harper contract, I'd still fucking retire. I'm like, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Do
not.
that.
That's gonna hurt like a bitch. There'd be so many more strikeouts because of that. Because you're like, I know.
I
I'm
ain't
gonna
crowding the
get
plate.
hit.
I ain't sitting. I'd be on the back fucking.
I did like that of the All-Star game where like the talk of the weekend had been Verlander's comments about home runs, and I love that it was the most strikeouts ever in the All-Star game last
Yeah.
night.
Yeah,
But
just
that's the
switch.
thing.
That's why I
But
should have taken
people
the
are
under.
like conflating those 2 things. Like you can have too many home runs, and everyone's also striking
Yeah,
out.
that's what Manfred said.
Yeah.
Manfred said when in response to Verlander's comments,
that-
Manfred was like, "No, our thing is we think there are too many home runs and too many." Which again, I think
That's the
is still
shift,
just
that's
a bait. Like you still have to change the baseball for that. I think that
Yeah.
haven't they said that like the seams are smoother or the ball's smoother,
Yeah,
the
you
seams
can't
are
grip it.
shorter.
Yep.
It's like they're throwing fucking everyone's throwing 95 with fucking filth on the second pitch. And when you make contact, it goes out faster. I do think also people don't attribute enough of that to just studying the analytics of the game. Studying
people
launch
getting, like,
angles,
bigger,
Yeah, but
better,
there's
faster,
definitely something
stronger.
different with the
Right.
ball. You're not a truther on that. The
I'm not
ball's
sure-
changed.
The ball, no, but haven't they said that they smoothed the ball out?
Yeah, I don't know what exactly they've done, but
They're
Dan
not
Heron
winding it
actually
tighter,
was
but they just-
on.
they
Pill in the middle.
Well,
They
Dan
said-
Heron
censored
on
the pill.
PNT today said
the
that.
pitchers are saying you can't grip it, so those 2
Yeah.
things together. And then I do think like a guy like Pete Alonso is a fucking freak. These guys are huge
Yeah.
now. I mean, it's like the way you see the NBA. Everyone can hit these 3-pointers. Everyone can fly. Zion 6 whatever, 300 pounds. He can jump. Well, these guys are also like we can play D. We can swing the bat.
But
Yeah.
I also think that like because guys are more freaks and even just the smaller guys have a better understanding. They're swinging for the fences more.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like you're
They
attempting
know.
to hit home
Yeah.
runs.
Christian
Like,
Yelich.
the second
Christian
baseman
Yelich
used to be
went
like,
from a
I just
slap
gotta
hitter.
slap one across the
No, the
field.
second baseman is loaded with information now. Like I know
Right.
exactly where this pitch is coming, and I'm gonna swing as fucking hard as I can.
Yeah, like I think you were saying too, where like you have like the heat zones and shit. And you're like, look,
Yeah.
I know if it's up or outside.
I'm not even
just
swinging
not-
the bat.
Literally,
Yeah.
just
Put
look
it
at
down.
Christian Yelich. He was a
Right.
slap hitter, and then he stood up in his stance and
And
hit
he
56 home runs in last year.
Did steroids.
Yeah.
We got
Well,
this-
that was, by the way. Did you see that Tom Verducci?
No.
That clip? Tom Verducci was like, "You've hit so many home runs, and it's
Oh,
the first
yeah.
time someone's hit that many home runs that wasn't suspected of steroids." And Yelich was like,
What the fuck?
"What, dude?
That is.
God damn.
Fucked
I
up."
saw the clip. I didn't hear the audio of it. But
Yeah.
that's fucking.
He was
Because
just
he
like,
did.
"What?"
He looked at the camera like, "Are you
Yeah,
fucking
yeah, like,
kidding
are
me?"
you serious right now, dude? Such a
Amazing.
bullshit thing.
We got this very, very funny video, maybe all-time video, I'd even say. Gronk with the freaks of the internet are is all-time.
Go, 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 go. Let him get it quick. Yeah. Go. Guys, he's got it.
What's the fat guy's name? Fat guy with the mullet. Does he have a name?
Redneck weeble wobble.
It's the fat guy with the mullet and the tats and the chain, and then long neck. Gronk was. It takes a lot to scare a man of
He
that
was
size.
legitimately
He was, and rightfully so. That thing, that guy is a freak. He is not a human.
He was so nice.
And Gronk,
Gronk's
like
been
looking
in
away, like as
countless,
manager or Camille or someone, like get me the fuck out of here.
He's been in like Gronk's like one of the most charitable guys there is. He's been in like countless like hospitals with people who like suffering from deformities and things like that. That's the first time he's ever been like, what the fuck is
don't touch me,
happening?
man.
What did you say now?
Don't touch me, man.
You
I
should
don't want
be
to catch what
happy
you have.
by this, though,
Oh,
John.
these guys are going to find themselves in NFL lore. Because this happened on Saturday, I believe. Gronk was throwing with
Yes.
Brady on Monday.
Yes.
What, like I got to get out
Like,
of this.
well,
I got to
no,
get
Gronk
out
was
back to
like,
football field.
I'm done with this shit.
Dude,
I'm done with
Gronk-
these charity events.
Well, no, Gronk is going to realize very quickly, like, he is an A-lister because of football, not because of Gronk. So when he leaves, like, no offense to Gronk, but I don't
Hanging
think
out
he's
with
going to
Long
be an A-lister, like, superstar Hollywood guy.
I also
he's
think
going to be
there's-
slinging Monster Energies
I think
and
there's
hanging
some-
out with Long Neck at, like, a casino. You know what I mean? So get
at
back
the
to
buffet.
football, Gronk.
When you're at the casino buffet with Long Neck, you
Yeah.
do some thinking. Like,
dude, you're
I
a
think Gronk
VH1
knows,
reality
He
star.
knows, like, catch football, block player, score touchdown. That's
Drink
it.
beer.
Right.
Yeah, and now it's like, oh, I have to, like, hang out and talk and this
It
and
is
that guy.
again like one of those things too, like how people are so like it was everyone with Gronk when he was like injured and stuff. They're like, man, fuck football. Like you got a million avenues you can be famous on.
Nope.
Now it's like, go play
Nope.
football,
2
dude. What are you
months
doing?
later, we're like, what are you doing?
Dude, they make this
Can't make
mistake
anybody
every
happy.
time.
Don't-
Athletes, like, how many times have we said this athlete is going to be amazing in media or amazing in that? And how many
But even
athletes make it?
Gronk's was never media. It was like
Wrestling and
acting.
movies.
Why do people think Gronk could act? I'll never
worst.
understand why
You
people
know
think
why?
Gronk could have been like a leading man. I
Because-
love Gronk. Not a leading man.
They do the like, oh well, Howie Long was in action movies, and what was the guy named the Raiders guy? Fuck. No, not Romanowski. No, not Boz didn't play for the Raiders. Fuck. All right, forget it.
We got this.
But Terry Crews did it.
Lou Alzada, that guy. Lyle Alzada, yeah, that guy was in a bunch of movies, so they're like, ooh, big
Anybody can do
meathead
it,
guy,
yeah.
yeah.
Gronk is
I think
Gronk
he
is
could be
charismatic
Gronk could be in movies as Gronk.
Right.
Yeah.
He's
Can't, like, be an
charismatic.
actor.
He's an entourage as Gronk.
Yeah, you can't.
He's
Being
great
an
at being
actor
Gronk.
involves like subtlety and like.
He could have been
know.
he could have been a superstar actor in the late 80s, 90s. Like
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Schwarzenegger,
Where you make those bad movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Michael Bay, like
Yes,
those
just be
don't
huge
Jerry
and-
Bruckheimer,
Yeah.
those don't exist as much anymore.
Sex Island exists. It's real, and it's coming to America every year. Like once a year, Sex Island goes viral, where these guys they run this thing like in international waters, where you get to go away for the weekend. There's 50 guys, 100 girls. Everybody gets at least 2 girls. You get all the drugs you want, all the food you want. You get to party and just have like an orgy. And now they're bringing it to Nevada, and the weekend. So they put out like this like trailer video, and it includes the girls.
Those are the real girls. Okay.
That's the thing. I don't know. Like those girls look pretty hot and they're running around in like thongs and they're sexy, and then it's like you might show up and get like what really is there, and it might be different.
Well, now just to clarify again, the girls who will be there exclusively paid.
Yes, I think so.
Okay, so that would lead me to believe that they're at least somewhat attractive.
Yeah.
Like, I was thinking about this like.
I mean, if you
cruise
show
ship
up to Sex
commercial.
Island and they're fucking ugly girls, I think the whole idea falls apart.
But I think this is the commercial sex sells.
Yes.
And it's one of those things like I said, like a cruise ship, like any vacation spot. You get there and you're like, wait,
Skills
you
of
guys,
society.
you the fucking people guys?
Yeah.
Any like.
But I do think
you
it's
have
a lot
these-
of money.
These ideas of like nudist environments, and nudist
Yeah.
communities. No one fucking sexy goes to that shit.
No, I agree.
But if they're
but
paid,
I think they're paid. Yeah.
If they're paid, that's
I think
different.
they're pros, and this comes. You get a hologram concert. You get to go horseback riding and ATV riding.
I love that add-in. It was like
It's
it was
just
like
all these girls riding
drugs
horses.
are legal. Fuck whores. Fucking drink all you want. Horseback riding.
riding.
Well, I wasn't sold on the first three,
I think
but
they're going through the
Okay.
desert.
tell you what, if I
It's
get to
great.
ride a Clydesdale around, then this could be a pretty good time.
But so Nevada is like, no, this is crazy. We're shutting it down. So if even Nevada is like, whoa, I
Yeah.
don't know, man.
Well, you can't advertise drugs are legal. Like even like there are plenty of
No,
places in the
you
world
can't.
where
I
drugs
actually
are
thought
legal.
about that for a second. I was like, wait.
Like
Nope,
you
nope,
cannot.
that's
like
against
any
the law.
like festival, stuff like that. Like drugs are legal. Like,
I don't
you'd
even
be
know
a real
how
goddamn asshole. to get in
Does the
trouble for
video
it.
say that drugs are legal?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
wow, that's
the video
crazy.
says that.
That
and
is
it's like,
crazy.
and
Are they in
also at
some,
the end of the video
like,
they
That's
have.
pretty sick.
Because when they're
like-
in international waters, it probably is. But when you're in Nevada, you're in America.
Yeah, you can't say like drugs are legal. You can say come to my house party tonight, guys. Like
Do what you
just so
want.
you know,
Yeah,
anything's
yeah.
open. But you can't be like bring all the coke and Molly you want, because the DA is gonna say
No.
time out a second.
Fuck that.
I also
applaud
love
them
how
for trying.
at the end they say like condoms are necessary or something like that, or maybe in the article they say condoms are strictly enforced. I don't know how you strictly enforce condoms, but Also, like, if you say drinking and drugs are all, like, legal and it's supposed to be done, and then you make me put on a condom, I'm wasting
Guess
my
what?
time at Sex
Guess
Island.
Guess what? It'll be no Sex Island.
Yeah.
It'll be-
I am
That
just
ain't
an
happening.
observer here at Sex Island.
I just think it's fucked up that they put out all this promo. I think they're trying to piggyback off of this fucking creep Jeffrey Epstein's Sex Island. That's immediately when Hank brought it up yesterday.
What's Jeffrey Epstein's Sex Island?
This guy
Oh,
who's the
yeah.
pedophile who's like
Oh, Jesus
going
Christ.
to jail,
Oh,
and he
Jesus.
has an island
Oh, Jesus.
that like he would take people.
Oh,
and
yikes.
so when I mean I've been reading about all this shit. He's just a heinous criminal. I'm pretty sure these Sex Island guys are like, ooh, Sex Island's hot right now.
Yikes.
Yeah.
They're really throwing it together. It might be a happy coincidence for them.
I don't know,
Because
dude.
in the DEA
How
thing
often
said
is Sex Islands like talked about?
it's annually, whenever they do this.
Yeah, I
So
guess
it
so. I
once
guess
a
it was
year.
the clock lined
But
up.
the DEA did say, like, and if there are any underage girls there, you're really in trouble. Which is another, like, that's almost like illegal drugs. So you can't say that. And also, like, if I have to warn you about illegal, like, underage girls, like,
Yeah.
Not good.
like there better not be any, like, if you got any 16-year-old
any
girls
pedophilia
there, let me tell
happening,
you what,
you're
the
gonna be
government's going to be
big
pretty
Yeah.
pissed
trouble.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Thank
Second
you.
half of the rundown brought to you by Movement, MVMT. They are our favorite watch company is now into the sunglasses game. They got affordable sunglasses that look sharp, high quality products and materials. They don't fall apart. Like, you know what? The worst thing is when the parts go over your ears, like flop too easily. Hate that. They don't, the cheap ones always do that too easily.
Yeah, you
Those
always
don't do
feel like
that.
a piece of shit with
Oh,
those.
the worst. So MVMT, quality glasses, quality watches, affordable prices. They start at like $60 for the sunglasses and $95 for the watches. And right now, you can get 15% off when you go to mvmt.com/rundown, plus free shipping and free returns. mvmt.com/rundown. Women's parade was today. Hot as fuck. I don't care how big of a fucking.
Did you see that picture of Jilly football?
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest pictures of all
Real.
time.
Jilly Football went out there and crushed the parade. She was back in the building. It was
I
a
was
quick
going to
parade.
say, what time was that goddamn parade at?
I-
She was back at like 10 o'clock.
There's a picture of Kate took it of Jilly Football just surrounded by like 15-year-olds. Like being like Jilly Football. Jilly Football.
What a whirlwind Jilly Football has been
Yeah.
living the past fucking month.
53,000 Twitter followers.
She came in today. She was like, "Hello!"
Yeah,
Like
oh.
she must have been loving this parade.
Yeah. She tried Fireball for the first time today.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's why she was like that. Then.
Yes.
Now that makes sense. She was drunk.
Yeah.
She came in drunk at
Yes.
10:30.
Wait, why was the parade so early?
I don't know. I think they were trying to. I think they.
I guess
I'm gonna
parades
get in
are
trouble
always
for
early,
saying
now that
this,
think
but
about it.
I feel like it's hard to have a parade that's not like a hometown team. So
If it
when
wasn't
it's
done,
at
they wanted to like.
8:30, you might get a little mix of commuters.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in New York City, the streets are gonna be crowded at 8:30 no matter what.
You could say that there's a parade going on
Right.
7th Avenue
There is
right now.
Literally every day, there's a
Right.
parade of something going
So
down
it's
these
like,
avenues. So.
Where
you
is,
know.
where is, I was like worried I was
Downtown.
going to walk through
Canyon
it.
Heroes is like downtown financial district.
Okay.
I think.
Um,
John, I wouldn't.
Because I've walked
I
if I was
wouldn't
walking
fucking
here
know.
on the Puerto Rican Parade Day, I would walk through the parade. I would have to get
Yeah, no,
around
I
somehow.
think it's further downtown.
But that's a tough parade to pull off. Like it's not even
I
a U.S.
agree.
women's national team. If the men's team won the World Cup,
That's what I said.
I don't think that many people would show up to the
If it was
parade.
90 degrees like this, I'm not showing up unless it's like the Mets or
Right.
Jets are next. It's
Right.
like-
I think it would. I've only done one parade in my life. I only ever of all the parades we've had, I only did the Bruins one. It was parade days are fucking fun. I think no matter what, this would have been awesome. Down there today.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a
you
job-
went, you had a fucking good time.
I don't think so. I think it was like kids who were off of school in the summer.
But
It was at 8:30 in the morning, John.
But the bars
What do
on that parade route
John,
were opened
it's
up for it.
no
Yeah, if you
chance.
didn't have to go to work after. If you went down there to observe a parade, but if you went and like you were embracing like today's
John,
parade day, you
there's
could have a
no
good time.
one sitting at a bar right now being like, "That parade was awesome. Let's keep it going."
I think if you were like
What
I'm coming
planet
to
am
New
I
York
on?
for the parade, that's when you.
No
But I
one
don't think
did
people
that,
did that.
though.
That's the thing. I don't think they did that.
If no one did that, that's different. But I think if
Yeah.
you did it, you can have yourself a day.
You can have yourself a day. We can do
I
this
want
right
to
fucking
interview
now.
that person who's like gonna go on a bar crawl for the rest of the day.
If you're doing that, if you're probably sobering up right now and you're blackout as you watch the rundown, come on in tomorrow. Tell us about your day.
You just got home from a wild day.
Last topic: Donald Trump is legally not allowed to block people on Twitter.
It's a weird way to say that.
It's illegal to block people on Twitter, but it's only for him.
I think it's. I would imagine.
Like government.
It's government
okay,
officials. Yeah.
All
So
right,
government cannot block people on Twitter.
So the one thing I don't understand about this story is why Donald Trump is blocking people to begin with. Like what his mentions have to be just a mess
But
all the time.
I think he like at least occasionally quote tweets someone random and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I
no,
think-
I
yes,
mean, he,
but I wouldn't
like,
block.
Like he and Chrissy Teigen have very famously like blocked like
Right,
a block thing. So,
but
like,
if you-
I think he blocks celebrities and shit like that, like enemies on
He-
purpose.
no,
I don't think
I've
he's
definitely
blocking like
seen-
randoms, is he?
No, he's definitely
Yeah?
blocked. I've seen people
Oh
bitch
wow,
about it
that's
on
so
Twitter.
thin-skinned.
See,
like,
but that's
get
what
the
those
fuck
understand
outta
because
here,
if
Donald
he
Trump.
if he were to like be like I'm gonna block everyone who said something mean about me on Twitter, he'd have to block all of Twitter basically.
Yeah.
So that's why I don't understand why he's like, all right, I'm gonna go down this path of blocking people. I just assume anyone who has more than 10 million followers does not look at their mentions.
Yeah. You can't
You
keep up.
can't.
Can't keep up.
No, it would be absolutely impossible.
Just like a constant
But I
stream.
think like I think he kind of like that's what he lives for.
Yeah.
That is like he's famous for caring about that stuff.
Yeah,
so
he's
like,
petty.
Of course he's in there.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he blocks like someone with 3 followers. I don't know, but like people I follow who are like
Yeah,
you know a couple hundred, a couple thousand people. There are people
block
then who are blocked.
Do you know who's, dude? I still am like in awe of Skip Bayless's Twitter game. The fact that he's got like 2.5 million followers, doesn't follow anyone. He just uses Twitter to just put his thoughts out there.
I know. And he
That
crushes
is
it.
so
And crushes
smart.
it. Murders it.
Like, why wouldn't everyone just do that?
Unfollow everybody.
Just put all just use it as a
Well,
place
especially,
to just
see, like, I
transmit
follow
thoughts.
people-
I did that a little bit like on like 4th of July during vacation a bit where I'd be like,
Just tweeting it
watch
down.
this thing, here's a tweet, back to the beach.
That's how cocky it is, though, because like I follow people for material, blogs, topics, I want to see what's going on.
News.
When you were like, all that matters is what
what's
comes from here.
right here.
That is so cocky.
That's it.
Yeah,
and
but also
and he's right.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he's just so famous that like he has producers who are getting his
Yeah, yeah.
materials like that, and they're like,
Yeah,
here's
true.
Skip, here's
Talk
the
about
things
this.
you'd be interested in today. And
But
you're
that's
like, okay.
that's also the point. I need someone so rich, or I need to be so rich that I can hire someone to like filter through the bullshit and just give
hand
me
me
the
a
things.
stack of
Yes.
papers every day. Like,
here's
this
what
is
you'll
what you
like.
need to know.
Here's won't piss you off. You don't have to like see anybody in the meantime, and you can talk about these
Here's
things
what
and
my,
get
like, you
more
think
money.
a little bit.
Could you
not
imagine?
So much, but just a little bit.
Oh.
Could you imagine getting like a national security briefing, but for the internet, where it's like, all right, sir, here's your briefing
How do we
today,
not
and it's
have
like
that yet?
Gronk
How come we
took a
don't have
picture
that?
with a couple
Somebody here should
freaks.
do that for us.
Somebody
Yeah,
should
Gronk
do
took a picture with a couple freaks.
Yes.
This porn star did this. It's like, okay.
Actually,
okay.
you know what? No, that's just what we are for the world.
That's true.
We're just the
reinvented
internet's
Barstool
bitch.
Sports.
There are people who are like, I don't want to sift through Twitter. I'm just gonna watch Dan and Kevin and John talk about the
Yeah,
good things.
shit.
Why, don't let those idiots suffer on the
God
internet.
damn it, we're the
Fuck.
sucker. We're the
Quit.
sucker in the room.
Done.
We just realized
Yeah,
we're
if
the
you
sucker
can't-
in the room. Fuck. That sucks. That's a really shitty way to
Really
realize.
hurt. That
Yeah.
did not feel good.
Yeah.
That just minimized my entire existence.
100%.
This job sucks.